Okay, guys. Very good evening again. I don't think any more people will join today. Let's not wait and we'll quickly start. Okay. So before we start today's session, कल का session से किसी को कुछ doubt है? Yesterday's session. Doubt से पहले let me ask you क्या पढ़ा था हमने? What did we learn yesterday? Can anyone tell quickly?
So we learned about veneer and three types of plywood. Veneer, there are two types basically. Its thin layer is been extracted from the timber and then it is glued and made it to a plywood. That is type one. And secondly, it is used for aesthetic appearance, the same thin layer, which is glued to the top surface, so different textures and it looks good.
Very good.
Then comes three types of plywood. This is MR ply, BWR, and BWP. MR ply is moisture resistant. This is usually used in TV cabinets, bedrooms, and all this doors. Whereas boiling water resistance and boiling water proof, kitchen, bathroom, um, and all such. Yeah, kitchen and bathroom. Whereas costing, when it comes to costing, MR is cheap compared to BWR and BWP. We also learned about marine ply, ships preparation of construction of ship and all this stuff. So marine ply is used, and which is very costly. Um, BWP and BWR are medium. Then we also saw some grade and thickness on that, like 3 mm, 4 mm, 6 mm, up to 25 mm. And we also saw three videos. Um, it was one was regarding the famous um, that wooden I don't know, yeah, factory or something. That was something. Then other one was international. How the wood was, I mean the comparison between the Indian and international um, machineries used to divide, cut the wood and prepare into a plank.
Okay. Good, 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 good. Very good, very good. I feel really happy that you guys are noting things down and paying a lot of attention to my sessions. This will only motivate me to give you more and more knowledge. Thank you guys. Thank you so much for that small little effort of yours. Okay, so yeah. So quick recap was yesterday's session was all about timber, and we did a quick recap on the timber because we had started a day before that, and we understood the properties and all those things. And after that, we started with the processed form of timber. Once the timber is bought from a forest and it is landed upon a factory, then what happens? How the machineries will be cutting these logs and converting it into planks and rafters, etc. Right? So that would be a semi-processed form of timber itself, right? So we discussed about this, and after that, we through videos, couple of videos, I try to show you these things, and after that, I also show you. I have shown you a video on Saranpur, which is a world famous market for wood products, handicraft products, right? So where a lot of products gets exported from India, and just for the sake of knowing these things, and just to create an awareness, and the interior designer or architect should know about this market, so that probably somewhere in future you will have somewhere in mind that something like this exists, and it might come in handy. You never know, right? So then after that, we started studying the first process form, which was veneer, right? In veneer again, two thicknesses are there: thicker veneer, which will be used for making plywoods, and thin veneer, which will be used on its surface, on the plywood surface as a finishing surface, right? Other than that, you can also use different wood, solid wood veneers for to create any kind of design or pattern you specifically want or your client wants on that particular piece of furniture. Okay? So that we learned, and yes, we started with plywood after that, right? How plywood is made and what exactly plywood is made up of, different thicknesses of plywood, the standard dimension of plywood, right? And costing, I just gave you an idea, but a detailed costing, how much it will cost, what is the approximate per square feet, it is calculated per square feet cost. So how much, all those things we will not get into that detail now. वो सब हम जब estimation and costing करेंगे तब we will do. Okay, So that time what we'll have when we do estimation and costing, we'll have a small recap on plywood, and then that connection will happen later on. Okay, so that we studied plywood के बारे में, and we had one more slide left in plywood that we will finish, and then we will move on. All this thing was recap from our previous session. Veneer, application of veneer on straight and curved surfaces, plywood types, thicknesses, standard dimension. Yeah, yes, the standard dimension in feet is also mentioned, and standard dimension mm is also mentioned. On the right hand side there is a table, right? So left hand side के column में जो दिख रहा है आपको, it is the measurement of plywood in feet. Right side में जो है वो mm में, ठीक है? So 8x4 generally it is 2440 into 2 into 1220 ठीक है? तो ये जो यूनिट कन्वर्शन है, वी विल लर्न एवरीथिंग बेसिक्स ऑफ यूनिट कन्वर्शन इन स्पेस प्लानिंग. ठीक है, राइट नाउ जस्ट फॉर एन आइडिया कि कौन से you know about the feet mostly, right? Feet and inches we now and then hear about this. So so you have some idea about the feet वाला unit. ठीक है, तो feet वाले unit के हिसाब से देखा जाए तो 8x4, 8x3, 7x4, 7x3, 6x4, 6x3, these are the plywood dimensions that are available in the current market. कहीं भी जाओगे आपको ये डायमेंशन का मिल जाएगा, बट कहीं ना कहीं few shop owners what they do is they will keep less number of 6x4 or 6x3 something like that. Why? Because then that won't be running in your particular city. That product people might not be using much or might not be buying much, so they might have limited stock of it. So but maximum you can find 8x4 and 7x4 आपको मिल ही जाएगा. ठीक है, 6 भी मिल जाएगा कोशिश करने से. ठीक है, so these dimensions what I have shown. Other than this you want customized dimension, like I said 8x2 भी मिल जाता है. ठीक है, but special orders में मिलेगा. You have to go to the factory, and if you have quantity then they will accept, or else they will not entertain at all. Trust me. ठीक है, for example आप एक बड़े अपार्टमेंट में, let's say there are 50-60 flats and you're doing interiors for that, you have a big order, उसके लिए ply चाहिए आपको, then for that they will entertain, but for one house they will not entertain for an 8x2 ply. ठीक है, odd size है, because these are not universal sizes, these are odd sizes, customized sizes, तो ये सब आपको नहीं मिलेगा. ठीक है, थिकनेस एंड ग्रेड भी वी अंडरस्टूड. 3 ग्रेड्स होते हैं, BWP, BWR, 4 होते हैं. MR से स्टार्ट होता है, मॉइस्चर रेजिस्टेंट, BWP, PWR और मरीन प्लाई. ठीक है, सो all 4 I have explained what each of them mean, right? So now we will talk about the pros and the cons of plywood. ठीक है, after that I had promised you that I will be showing you the different thickness of plywood samples, right? I have collected that and I will be showing you after this slide. So pros क्या है plywood के, let's see, because we've been reading, we've been seeing plywood a lot. So somewhere plywood is having a lot of potential in terms of usage. बहुत कुछ बन जाता है plywood से. ठीक है, and also because of its cost effectiveness, it is a very nice material to use when it comes to interiors. Convenience, सबसे first point. Plywood can be used easily without worrying about damage to the plank while using nails and screws. It is also available in various sizes favorable to or favorable in making furniture. So there is flexibility. Plywood, what does it provide? It provides flexibility, right? Nothing like other products. Many products are there which can replace plywood, but they don't have so much flexibility, or they are not user friendly to use with that product itself. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे क्या है, you have various sizes that are available, so you can just go and buy that size and use it whatever furniture you want to make, right? Next is durability. Homeowners prefer this material for its sturdy nature, second only to wood. Also it doesn't warp or shrink in varying temperature, making it ideal for households. ठीक है, तो second point में थोड़ा यहाँ वहाँ हो सकता है. Why I am saying, because this second point is saying that it doesn't warp or shrink in varying temperatures. ठीक है, this point is true provided that whatever plywood you buy is of the good quality. If you buy a bad quality plywood or a second grade plywood, तो आपको ये point valid नहीं रहेगा. It will definitely shrink in varying temperature और bend भी हो जाएगा. warp मतलब bend होता है. ये जो ply देख रहे हैं ना आप, ये ply over a period of time, if it's not of good quality, good wood, इसका seasoning अच्छा नहीं हुआ या इसका bonding अच्छा नहीं हुआ है, तो it will start to bend. एकदम पूरा सी शेप हो जाएगा, ये स्ट्रेट है सी हो जाएगा, ठीक है। तो सेकंड पॉइंट 50-50 बोल सकते हैं। इसमें एक क्राइटेरिया आ जाता है कि प्रोवाइडेड दैट इट इज मेड ऑफ गुड क्वालिटी वुड, यू कैन ऐड दिस पॉइंट टू योर whoever is noting it down, ठीक है। इकोनॉमिकल है, यस, वेरी मच इकोनॉमिकल, बिकॉज अलग अलग ग्रेड मिलते हैं आपको, एमआर है, बीडब्ल्यूपी है, बीडब्ल्यूआर है, तो आपको जो चाहिए, आपको फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी है, आप यूज कर सकते हो, ठीक है। चीप भी है, इट इज चीपर देन सॉलिड वुड, ठीक है। प्लाई और सॉलिड वुड में बहुत डिफरेंस होता है। सॉलिड वुड का एग्जांपल कहाँ गया? तो सॉलिड वुड मैंने दिखाया था, रबर वुड वाला, ये प्लाईवुड है, ठीक है। अगर इफ आई बाई 8x4 सॉलिड वुड शीट, दैट विल कॉस्ट मी 6-7 टाइम्स और समटाइम्स 10 टाइम्स मोर देन प्लाईवुड, ठीक है। तो इतना डिफरेंस होता है सॉलिड, एंड आपको जरूरी भी नहीं है कि यू बाई द एंटायर 8x4 साइज का सॉलिड वुड, ठीक है, नॉट नेसेसरी। सो प्लाई का क्या है, इकोनॉमी है, चीपर देन द एक्चुअल फुल वुड, मेकिंग इट अ लुक्रेटिव ऑप्शन टू इन्वेस्ट इन। द क्वालिटी इज ऑल्सो सुपीरियर फॉर द प्राइस पेड, ठीक है। जो भी आप पैसे देते हो, पैसे के हिसाब से आपको माल मिलेगा, ठीक है। यू डोंट हैव टू वरी, अकॉर्डिंग टू योर मनी यू विल गेट द प्रोडक्ट। फ्लेक्सिबल, फ्लेक्सिबल क्या है, द मटेरियल इज अवेलेबल इन वेरियस साइजेस, 8x4, 7x4, 6x4, इवन कस्टमाइजेशन इज अवेलेबल, तो बहुत फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी है, दैट इज व्हाई इट होल्ड्स लॉट ऑफ पोटेंशियल, ठीक है। Thus, whether cabinets and furnitures or thin wall panels, this is your best bet, ठीक है। तो क्या होता है, you can use it anywhere, absolutely anywhere you can use plywood, ठीक है। किचन से लेके, from your kitchen to your bedroom to your toilets to your utility to your shoe rack, anywhere you can use plywood. Plywood का application exterior भी है, interior भी है, ठीक है। So there is lot of flexibility with this product. Eco-friendly, plywood ensures there is minimal wastage and can also be recycled. Thus it is eco-friendly as well, ठीक है। तो eco-friendly में again 50-50 वाला आ जाता है, क्योंकि come on guys, it is wood, right? So we are cutting a lot of trees, we are chopping off out lot of trees, right? So we cannot say it is 100% eco-friendly. Yes, provided if you reuse it, you can definitely reuse lot of plywood, you can reuse. For example, you are shifting somewhere, so you can remove, if it's screwed properly, it is if it is installed in a particular manner which you can remove it again and reassemble again, definitely you can do that with a ply, ठीक है। But again, it all depends on the labor who has fixed the cabinet using plywood, it all depends on the labor, ठीक है, वो कैसे fix करेगा। तो like that you can reuse this thing, not a problem। क्या कैसे you reuse कर सकते हो, when you remove it, yes, obviously the finish part, हमने laminate डाला रहेगा ना इसके ऊपर, right? That laminate might get damaged, but you have an option, you can put another new laminate on that, no problem, ठीक है। So that kind of flexibility is there with plywood, right? यहाँ पे they have said that you can also recycle it, ठीक है। reuse अलग होता है, recycle होता है, ठीक है। तो recycle में क्या होता है, they will probably what they do is they make powder of this and get converted into another wood product, that also can be possible, ठीक है। तो इको फ्रेंडली में विल गिव 50-50, एंड इन ड्यूरेबिलिटी में नहीं था, हाँ ड्यूरेबिलिटी में 50-50 है, ठीक है। कॉन्स, व्हाट आर द कॉन्स? शेप, you can't carve plywood like wood to give furniture or storage classic grooves, ठीक है। तो ये सबसे बड़ा ड्रॉबैक रहा है प्लाईवुड में, ठीक है, because I cannot do carving on this. That finishing what you get when you carve actual wood, full wood को, अगर ये wood को आप carve करोगे, this finish and this finish you cannot match. It is the difference of ground and sky, ठीक है। तो जमीन आसमान का फर्क हो जाएगा, तो क्या होगा, you cannot carve on this, so that is one disadvantage. But whereas yesterday I was giving an example of this ply, right? तो ये वाले में आपको हो जाएगा, ठीक है, आपको टेंशन ही नहीं है मराइन में, क्योंकि इसका बॉन्डिंग, इसका फिनिशिंग ही नेक्स्ट लेवल होता है, that is why it is costly and you can do carving, all those things you can do on this, but the general ones MR, BWP, BWR grade में ये this is not possible, ठीक है। Delicate material, while using this material one needs to be careful as it can chip easily and splinter fly if precaution is not taken. Thus this veneer sheet needs to be sealed carefully along the edges too, ठीक है। So I will give one example of that also. So delicate material, it is actually not a delicate material. Overall, it is a very strong material. That is why we use it, right? Now, what? How can we say that it is a delicate material? Here, how we can say. See, I have an example. Okay, you can see this is a finished product. दिस इज अ शटर. ठीक है, एक फिनिश प्रोडक्ट है. ठीक है, अभी इसके अंदर वी हैव यूज प्लाईवुड. दिख रहा है प्लाईवुड? सी, आई वाज शोइंग यू प्लाईवुड राइट अर्लियर. बड़ा वाला ही दिखा देता. देखिए, ये प्लाईवुड है मेरे पास. ये प्लाईवुड का सैंपल है, एक्सपोज होने आई विल शो यू. सी, ठीक है, तो इसके अंदर प्लाईवुड ही यूज किया है. प्रूफ दिखा रहा हूं मैं आपको फॉर द वंस हु आर नॉट अंडरस्टैंडिंग. ठीक है, so this exposed plywood, after you finish, you put the laminate on that. How it looks like this. This is a laminate. This is a glossy laminate which I have used. ठीक है, तो प्लाईवुड के ऊपर मैंने लैमिनेट डाला है, तो बाहर से पता भी नहीं चलता है कि if I use plywood or any other product. It looks that beautiful. ठीक है, and the finish also is clean. No undulations on this. ठीक है, then what this point, this delicate material वाला point is saying is, ये जो sides है ना, you have to cover these sides also, or else what happens, this, if for example if you are using MR grade, and MR grade you are using in kitchen, few people do that. Why? Because they cannot spend, they have very less budget, right? Initially in our initial sessions, someone was asking, sir, if अगर किसी ने पूछा कि स्क्वायर फीट का रेट क्या है, कितने में आप बनाते हो, इंटीरियर्स करते हो, राइट? What did I say? It all depends on what material you are using, right? Now for the person who has 2 to 3 lakh budget and he's saying मेरा 2 BHK फ्लैट है, पूरा इंटीरियर्स बनाना है इसमें, तो what you will do, you will put MR grade for kitchen also, because he is not having budget. BWR is very costly, right? So still you can do, since you want the project, right? We cannot just leave the project. We cannot say sir आपका budget नहीं है तो we cannot do. We cannot say that. But again, to an extent you can, make that MR grade also waterproof. How you can make is, all these exposed edges you have to seal it properly. How you will be sealing? Using edge band. See, two sides I have sealed it. This is called edge banding. This is PVC material. This is PVC plastic. Okay? Whereas this is laminate. This is PVC. I will not be using this same laminate here. Why? Because laminate over a period of time, it, due to some incident or something, it will come off, it will peel off, it will not stay, it is not durable for the sides at all, and it will have sharp edges. यहाँ पे sharpness आ जाएगा. So whenever you are opening or something, by mistake if it scrapes your hand, then पूरा कट जाएगा आपका हाथ. ठीक है, but this PVC ऐसे नहीं होता है. It is very smooth, बहुत smooth होता है, because इसके edges जो है ये half round होता है. You can actually trim and make it more half round, right? So this is safer, and since it's PVC, definitely पानी जाएगा ही नहीं if you seal it on all four sides. This I have just shown you because I just wanted to show कि अंदर plywood है, and एक जब seal करेंगे कैसे दिखेगा. ठीक है, but generally whenever you do an interior, उसका shutter जो होता है चारों साइड seal होना चाहिए, front and back भी seal होना चाहिए. This is back, see, off white, because when I open, I don't care what really, what kind of laminate I am using inside. I want the outer look, right? So outside only I'll put laminate, nice laminate, expensive laminate. Whereas inside I'll just go with the normal white color laminate. Okay? So this is an example. Okay? Delicate material वाला बात है, इसलिए मैं दिखा रहा हूँ कि how plywood, can also get damaged due to water if we don't take precautions. Then water damage exposed to water can damage MR ply as it is not waterproof. I have given a solution कैसे आप waterproof बना सकते हो, thus restricting its usage to places away from water. Still budget नहीं है तो कुछ नहीं कर सकते. We have to do this treatment. Accessing the quality, it is difficult to access the quality of this material by just looking at it. ठीक है, तो assessing the quality यही होता है कि whenever you go to buy a product in a shop, हार्डवेयर शॉप में जनरली मिलता है प्लाईवुड, टिम्बर सॉमिल्स में भी मिलता है. ठीक है, सो व्हेनेवर यू गो टू बाय दिस प्लाईवुड, बाहर से तो बहुत अच्छा दिखेगा, इट विल लुक वेरी नाइस, नीट फिनिश एंड ऑल दोस थिंग्स, बट यू कैनॉट इजीली असेस इट वेदर व्हाटएवर मटेरियल दे हैव यूज्ड, द बॉन्डिंग एंड ऑल, whether it will come out over a period of time, or it will bulge, or it will bend and all those things, right? So this is one drawback. So that is why you need to have these knowledge about how the plywood is manufactured and all those things. Why? Because whenever you go to buy a product, you can cross question the vendor. You can ask him, इसमें कौन सा केमिकल यूज किया वाटरप्रूफ के लिए, ठीक है, एंड देन यू कैन डू द नेल टेस्ट, ठीक है. नाउ सेकंड पॉइंट में विल गो बैक अगेन, डेलिकेट मटेरियल, राइट. सो क्या होता है कि जनरली देर आर टाइम्स, लाइक फॉर एग्जांपल ये एक ऊपर का पैनल हो गया, ये साइड पैनल हो गया, राइट. जनरली वी इधर put this top panel on this like this, ठीक है, yeah, we'll do it like this. Two ways we are doing it, right. Either way we do, it is going to enter the sides of any one of the panel, right. If I put like this, I have to screw here in front. So what will happen, the screw or nail will go here inside, right. If I do it like this, again if I put the screw from top, it will go inside this, right. Now a good plywood, what will happen, even if you put a nail or a screw, these layers will not come out like that. It will not get damaged, right. Good plywood, these layers will still hold tight and the nail will easily go. Bad plywood, what will happen, it will, once you put the screw or do a nail test, the entire layers will come out, ऐसे फट जाएगा, ठीक है. So whenever you go to buy a plywood, if you're buying in quantities, make sure you do a small nail test on that, right. They will definitely have a hammer and nail with them, okay. So nail test करने से पता चल जाएगा कि ये प्लाईवुड अच्छा है या नहीं है, ठीक है. So this is how you can assess. You can definitely assess provided you have knowledge about the product. Usage. Unlike wood, this material can't be used as it is. It needs add-ons like laminate, paint or polish to give it a better look. Okay? So yes, this is not enough, right? We cannot say to a client, sir, this will look good, and you definitely they will not agree. They want some nice finish on this, right? Raw plywood will never look beautiful until and unless if it's this. ये कितना गोरा है, ये कितना काला है, राइट. सो इसमें ही ब्यूटीनेस पता चल जाता है, ओके. सो क्या होता है कि दिस people will not agree, so you'll have to go with some finishing. So that finishing, one finishing laminate I have shown. Other than that, you can do paint, you can do polish, etc. Right? Various options are there, you can do it, ठीक है. But इसको ऐसे रखने से उतना खास अच्छा नहीं लगने वाला है. And also to increase the life of the product, you have to cover, right? Like I said, यहाँ तो cover करना ही है sides में, right? आगे पीछे भी करना पड़ेगा to increase the life of the product. So these were cons, ठीक है. So I will show you the like I said, I wanted to show different thicknesses, right? So I will show you that. ये तो मैंने कल दिखाया था 18 mm है, ठीक है, ठीक है. After that, this is 12 mm, ये वाला 12 mm है, ठीक है. This is 9 mm, लिखा हुआ है 9 mm, दिखता है.
Sir.
Yeah, what happened?
A video got stuck, sir.
From how long?
Just like when you're picking something, told that when you told it, you'll show some.
Yeah, these things only I wanted to show. Before that, everything, whatever I showed till now, that you have seen, right?
Yes.
Okay, fine. Please, okay, please, guys, at least for this sake, you pay attention, okay? यहाँ पे थोड़ा होता है ऑनलाइन एंड गूगल मीट. अगर मेरा होता तो मैं वुड हैव डन समथिंग, तो स्टक हो जाता है वो, ठीक है. सो आई वाज जस्ट शोइंग दीज थिंग्स ओनली. ये 18 mm मैंने दिखाया कल, ठीक है. ये है आपका 12 mm, प्रूफ के लिए इधर लिखा है 12 mm, ठीक है, 12 mm है. ये है आपका 9 mm, ये भी दिखा रहा हूँ 9 mm में, ठीक है. ये 9 mm हो गया. और अपना 6 mm भी है, यहाँ पे लिखा नहीं है बट है 6 mm, ठीक है. तो ये 6 mm है, बट ये प्रोडक्ट का एक कंपनी का प्रोडक्ट है, तो दे हैव डन सम नाइस ब्रोशर काइंड ऑफ थिंग. सो ये 6 mm का हो गया, ठीक है. 4 थिकनेस तो मैंने अभी दिखा दिया आपको. These 4 thicknesses are only generally used in the market, ठीक है. 18 mm सब अंदर डालते हैं. डोर के लिए दे यूज 16 mm और दे यूज 12 mm, ये वाला थिकनेस, ठीक है. शटर्स, डोर्स, ये सब के लिए. तो these are the thicknesses, ठीक है. I wanted to show BWR, BWP grade also. So common brand, किसी को पता है फेमस प्लाईवुड ब्रांड्स? एक बता सकता है कोई प्लाईवुड मैन्युफैक्चरिंग और सेलिंग ब्रांड? आइडिया है? एक तो बताओ यार, कोई प्लाई का इतना ऐड आता है यूट्यूब में, टीवी में, सब ऐड आ रहा है आजकल प्लाईवुड का. सम ब्रांड यू टेल, नो सम फेमस ब्रांड, वन नेम, plywood brand.
Century Ply.
Century Ply, very good. Okay, okay, good that you know some, have some knowledge about
Green
market.
ply,
So, sorry.
green ply.
नीम प्लाई भी है, सेंचुरी भी है. ठीक है, आज आपको दोनों ही दिखा देता हूँ. ठीक है, तो पहले सबसे पहले सेंचुरी दिखाता हूँ, बहुत पॉपुलर है. ठीक है, तो ये है सेंचुरी ब्रांड का प्लाईवुड का जो उनका सैंपल आता है, तो ऐसे मिलता है. इफ यू आर एन इंटीरियर डिजाइनर और समथिंग, व्हेनेवर यू गो, you can ask for samples. You can tell I'm an interior designer, I'm an architect, so I need samples. So दुकान वाले आपको ऐसे सैंपल दे देंगे. ठीक है, तो दिस इज सैनिक. सेंचुरी कॉल्स दिस प्रोडक्ट एज सैनिक वाटरप्रूफ प्लाई. ठीक है, बट ये है अपना कौन सा सैनिक, मतलब BWP होगा. हाँ, BWP ग्रेड है. ठीक है, देखिए यहाँ पे लिखा हुआ है BWP ग्रेड, BWP मराइन प्लाईवुड लिखा हुआ है, देखिए, है ना. तो ये है सेंचुरी का BWP वाटरप्रूफ ग्रेड. ठीक है, तो ये है हमारा 18 mm थिकनेस वाला है. ठीक है, दूसरा मैं दिखाता हूँ आपको नॉर्मल, जो MR ग्रेड है, ये शायद, हाँ, दिस इज ऑल्सो BWP आई थिंक. ओके, इसका थोड़ा शायद they would have done some added extra chemicals or nice glue, and they are saying that it has 8 years of warranty, and they are calling this is also BWP, but ये BWP marine बोला रहा है. I don't know why, it is just marketing gimmicks. Okay, don't fall for that. ठीक है, इसमें 10-15 रुपए एक्स्ट्रा ही ले लेंगे आपका. कोई, ये दोनों प्रोडक्ट एक ही है, ट्रस्ट मी. थोड़ा कलर डिफरेंस रहेगा, बस उतना है, दोनों एक ही है. दैट इज व्हाई आई हैड कंफ्यूजन, ये भी BWP AWP कैसे होता है. ठीक है, सो ये भी BWP है, बिकॉज शायद इनका स्टॉक नहीं जाता होगा, कहीं स्टॉक बच गया होगा, तो दे वुड हैव इंट्रोड्यूस अनदर ग्रेड एंड दे आर सेलिंग दैट्स ऑल. ठीक है, यहाँ पे या ये सेम इसका सैनिक का ही MR ग्रेड है, सैनिक MR लिखा हुआ है, देखिए, है ना. तो सैनिक MR में ये कुछ ऐसे दिखता है, सैनिक MR. ठीक है, तो टुमारो यू आर गोइंग टू बाय MR ग्रेड का, ये सेंचुरी का MR ग्रेड का आपको ऐसे मिलेगा. ग्रीन का भी है शायद मेरे पास, ग्रीन नहीं है, नीम गोल्ड है, ग्रीन नहीं है, सॉरी, नीम है, नीम प्लाई है. ठीक है, दिस इज नॉट प्लाई, दिस इज ब्लॉक बोर्ड एक्चुअली. नेक्स्ट वी विल बी स्टडीइंग अबाउट दैट, आई विल शो यू दैट. ठीक है, नहीं है, सिर्फ ब्लॉक बोर्ड एग्जांपल है मेरे पास, ग्रीन कलर. ठीक है, और एक क्या है, देखिए, इसमें वर्गो करके कंपनी है मेरे पास, ये भी BWP है. ठीक है, 6 mm का BWP ग्रेड है, यहाँ पे लिखा हुआ है ग्रेड इज BWP. ठीक है, तो 6 mm में BW वाटरप्रूफ चाहिए, किचन के लिए सब यूज हो जाएगा आपको. सो दीज वर फ्यू प्लाईवुड एग्जांपल गाइस. ठीक है, तो डिड यू गाइस अंडरस्टैंड प्लाईवुड के बारे में?
Yes, sir.
यस.
Yeah.
और आर यू गाइस फाइंडिंग एनी डिफिकल्टी इन अंडरस्टैंडिंग? ऐसे कुछ है पर्टिकुलर थिंग, समथिंग? नो, ठीक है.
No problem.
Okay, chalo, good. So before we move on to our next processed form of wood, which is block board, I would like to show you guys a video of a factory where the plywood is manufactured. Right? I wanted to show you that video. We'll see that video and then we'll move on. Okay, guys. So this is the video. Okay, ठीक है, plywood. Just observe. Very important video because by just looking at it, you will get a lot of knowledge. Trust me. ठीक है. So whenever you are going to buy a product or explaining someone about plywood or something, you will remember this and you can easily explain them.
दोस्तों नमस्कार, मैं अमित आप सबकी स्वागत करता हूँ मेरे ब्लॉग में. आज हम हाजिर हो गए एक और नया वीडियो के साथ, जिसमें आप लोगों को मैं प्लाईवुड मैन्युफैक्चरिंग का पूरा प्रोसेस दिखाएंगे. इस तरह से लकड़ से प्लाईवुड तैयार होता है. तो आप लोग मेरे साथ बने रहें और वीडियो को पूरा देखें. ये बिलिंग सेक्शन है जी. यहाँ पे लकड़ से कोर पत्ता निकाला जा रहा है, आप लोग देख सकते हो. ये पत्ता प्लाई के लिए, प्लाई का रॉ मटेरियल है ये यहाँ से पत्ता निकाल।
See, did you guys see we were talking right? Just like a sharpener. एक साइड से लॉग डाले और लॉग मतलब ब्लेड में घुमाया एंड यू आर गेटिंग शीट्स.
फिर
See,
आगे जाएंगे प्लाई जो वीडियो को
automatically it will cut into those
फिर
sizes.
पत्ते का सुखाने का काम हो रहा है, इधर से पत्ता डाला जा रहा है, सब इस तरह से सूखा।
So that machine initially what you saw, the first machine is the peeling machine. उसको peeling machine बोलते हैं, ठीक है? Because it is peeling the wood, right? So it is called peeling machine. Now we are moving the sheets into a dryer. ड्राई क्यों करना है? लाइक आई सेड, वुड में बहुत मॉइस्चर रहता है, राइट? मॉइस्चर को निकालना बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है बिकॉज वी विल बी पुटिंग लेयर ओवर लेयर, राइट? एंड व्हेन वी आर पुटिंग लेयर ओवर लेयर, between two layers we'll be using glue. So when there is water in that layer, then that glue will not stick properly. ठीक है? So we'll have to remove almost all entire water content. Little थोड़ा मॉइस्चर रखेंगे, 1 to 2% मॉइस्चर रखेंगे, ठीक है? बट ऑलमोस्ट तो पूरा निकालना ही है. So this is the second thing is your drying machine.
बाहर काम करता है, ये इसका दूसरा साइड है, यहाँ से सूखे पत्ते बाहर आ रहे हैं और लुक के आउट कर लो।
The other side where they are collecting the dried.
जा रहा है, पत्ता लोड हो रहा है इसके अंदर, लगभग 15-20 मिनट में सूख के तैयार हो गए, बाहर आ जाएगा ये,
ठीक है? This is the third machine which is called second machine was called dryer. First machine peeling, ठीक है? Peeling to dryer, dryer to press. This is hot press, ठीक है? Hot press में it will, one thing is it will be hot. The plates, what they are arranging those sheets between those plates, right? Now that plates will be very hot, right? And that is operated with steam. How it gets the temperature is from steam, ठीक है? Steam से वो गर्म होता है plates and that will compress. Once it compress, two things will happen. Two things. It is just like your iron box. You will have wrinkles on your clothes. Why do you iron? एक तो कभी कभी दो incidents में you will do that. First one is your clothes will have wrinkles and उसको straight करने के लिए आप iron करते हो. Second, गलती से आपने कपड़े धोए नहीं थे और आज कॉलेज जाना था और सुबह you will try to wash and you will then put the iron. तो क्या हो रहा है? मॉइस्चर निकालने के लिए you are putting that iron on that, right? So same thing, मॉइस्चर भी निकालेगा और आपका जो पत्ते हैं, those leaves or the veneers, that will become flat. It will not have wrinkles. You will see now how they will turn out and it will start compressing. This is called hot press.
ये प्रेस उठा दिया जी,
See, slowly from below you can see it is compressing.
सूख जाएगा। ये टेपिंग सेक्शन है जो भाई को
For some time they will keep.
मारा जा रहा है।
This is the veneer, guys. This is the top finish layer. Top finish thin layer, 0.2 mm, 3 mm I was talking about, no? जो sharpener निकालता है pencil से, that you can see it is so thin, just like cloth. See,
यहाँ काटी हुई
ये ऊपर सबसे ऊपर लगता है finish के लिए. This is the thick layer, veneer layer. They are cutting into sizes. Flat हो गया ना अभी, wrinkles कम है.
कूलिंग हो रहा है, पत्ते में कूलिंग हो रहा है, प्लाई बजने के लिए।
Now this is our fourth machine, which is gluing machine. ठीक है? That lady, she is feeding these each leaves through these two rollers on which there is glue, right? So what happens between that, just like sugarcane machine, right? You put sugarcane and the juice comes out. Here same thing, but there is no sugarcane and all, but glue is there on that rollers, and what it will make sure is on both the side of the leaf, glue is applied. See, it is putting from behind and glue is getting applied. You cannot see the glue, but probably the shiny what you're seeing little is glue only.
ये नया सिस्टम है, प्लाई बनाया जा रहा है वर्कर द्वारा।
Now they will stack layer over layer. We are talking, right? Layer.
भाई से
They are stacking it. There is one important thing to observe here. I'll try to pause in the right thing. See, if you try to observe what they're doing here, they are arranging these veneers. One layer is arranged in one direction, another layer is arranged in opposite direction. If you can see, the man who is trying to put the layer of veneer is putting in one direction, but before that, whatever layer was there, that is in another direction. Why they are doing this? Because to increase the strength. When you do cross like this, the strength of the ply will increase and it will not bend. Whereas if all are in the same direction, if all the layers, veneer layers are in the same direction, then the ply will bend, it will not get that stiffness. It will not get the density. Okay? So that is why they are stacking in alternate layers, alternate direction.
इस लगाया जा रहा है आप मारेंगे प्लेट प्लेट मार दीजिए
Now that final veneer cloth
इस मार जो है
they have put, and now they will put the plates, steel plates, one below, one on top,
ये लोड
and they will prepare for the next plywood. Now all this they will feed again in the hot press.
लिफ्ट के ऊपर रखा जा रहा है माल को ये इन्होंने रखी लिफ्ट के ऊपर माल अब ये यहाँ से प्रेस में लोड कर लेंगे ये लोड हो रहा है जी प्रेस पे देख लो
One ply went, second ply,
सारे डिलाइटों में
so on. I think this machine can do 9 to 10 plies at a time.
प्रेस उठा लेना प्रेस और स्टील के साथ इन माल को लगभग 15-20 मिनट के अंदर पका के बाहर निकाल देंगे
So 15 to 20 minutes they are going to compress.
तो प्लाई जो है तैयार हो जाता है
This is a 10 delete plus press where you can manufacture 10 plies at a time. So नीचे से compress होके आ रहा है. You can see from bottom, right? It is getting compressed.
सेट कर दिया जाएगा और यहाँ पे पकेंगे
So they will compress and keep it for 15-20 minutes, and then they will remove under some temperature.
ये प्लाई पक के तैयार हो गया जी ये निकल रहा है बाहर अब लोगों ने पकाया हुआ
Now it's ready. They are removing it.
प्लाई चेक कर रहा है
They'll remove the plate. So once you remove the plate,
देखा जा रहा
you have something like this. Now they'll check for defects or something.
है ठंडा करने के लिए गर्म है ठंडा करने के लिए लगाएंगे
So they will cool it down first for some time because it is very hot, right? It has come from a hot press. So they're cooling it down. Now what they're doing, they're finishing the edges. ये finish लाना है ना, तो all that is unnecessary, they will cut it out. For all four sides, they will cut. See, immediately it will finish. After that, it will do sanding. उसके बाद see, you can see, right? All the four edges are clean now. Now they will sand. This is a sanding machine to give a nice smooth finish on top and bottom. See? This is called drum sander. What is sanding? I will show you that also. वो machine के अंदर you have this. I don't know if you have seen this. This is called a sandpaper. ठीक है? If your surface is uneven or something, then you will sand it. ऐसे सैंड करोगे तो दिस विल बिकम स्मूथ. ऑल द undulations, roughness, all those things will go. So this is a sanding paper. वो मशीन के अंदर बड़ा रहता है, दिस इज छोटा है. ठीक है, तो इट विल सैंड बोथ द साइड्स साइमल्टेनियसली. ठीक है, तो यू विल गेट अ नाइस स्मूथ फिनिश जो दिखने में अच्छा लगेगा.
Sorry to video is not playing.
No, video is closed. What you didn't understand?
No, the standing part. You showed, is it?
The one I
I
was
mean,
showing.
you're not visible. You're not visible.
I'm not visible.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, in the recording, I'm visible. Okay, I'm doing a recording in other system. I think it is perfect in that. Probably some internet here and there will not come.
Yeah, in a sense that main page is there. Now you're visible.
Now I'm visible.
Yes, yes.
I think your internet is problem today because I am doing
Okay.
recording in other system. So in that I can for cross checking I now and then look at that. So over there it is
Oh,
happening.
okay. Okay.
Others also did face the same problem.
No,
मुश्किल से
sir.
कुछ. No, no. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Okay, so ये sanding ऐसे होता है, ठीक है? So nothing. I was just showing them that how you have this sandpaper, right? You would have seen. So do you
Yes,
take the
sir.
sandpaper, yeah, all that. So that only I was showing. The same sandpaper in a bigger scale, it will be inside that machine, which will sand the ply from both the ends, top and bottom. You get that nice smooth finish. Okay, so everything about ply I have shown you now. Okay, right from the grades, the sizes, standard thickness, how it is manufactured, what are the pros, what are the cons. Right. Similarly, on any material we'll be studying in that detail only. Okay, because what happens in offline classes, I usually take my students to industries because I have my own manufacturing unit, plywood manufacturing unit है अपना. बट ऑफलाइन है तो लेकर जा सकता हूँ, ऑनलाइन में आपको नहीं लेकर जा सकता, राइट? सो दैट इज द रीजन. ठीक है, सो प्लाईवुड है, जितने भी हम लोग इंटीरियर के प्रोडक्ट्स देखते हैं ना, तो मी माय कजिन्स एंड ऑल दे ऑल हैव दिस प्लाईवुड एंड ऑल दोस थिंग्स, राइट? ऑल द यूनिट्स एंड ऑल वी आर रनिंग, राइट? तो आई कैन इजीली टेक देम, आई कैन शो देम. शोरूम्स भी है, बहुत सारे एक्सपीरियंस सेंटर्स भी है, सो ऑल दोस थिंग्स वी कैन डू इजीली, राइट? सो ऑनलाइन में सब नहीं होता, दैट इज व्हाई I'm showing you through videos only so that you don't miss out on these things because these things are very important. So plywood is done. Next, let's start with block board. ठीक है, block board क्या होता है? This will look just like plywood. ठीक है, मैं आपको अभी दिखा देता हूँ, तभी मैंने दिखाया था, फिर से आपको दिखाता हूँ. Now I'm holding two products in my hand. ठीक है, दो प्रोडक्ट आई एम होल्डिंग. Can you guys make out which is plywood and which is blockboard? No, right? It is very difficult to make out कि plywood कौन सा है, blockboard कौन सा है. दोनों एक ही जैसे दिखते, देखो क्लोज लुक कौन सा कैन शो, सी दोनों एक ही जैसे दिख रहे हैं. सामने से आपको पता ही नहीं चलेगा कि कौन सा ब्लॉकबोर्ड है कौन सा प्लाईवुड है. ठीक है, बट दिस इज ब्लॉकबोर्ड, दिस इज प्लाईवुड. ठीक है, डिफरेंस आपको यहाँ पे पता चल जाएगा. I'll take a thicker ply. Wait. Yeah. See, डिफरेंस ये है, अगर आपको पता चल रहा है, राइट? सो इफ यू कैन मेक आउट द डिफरेंस, दिस इज द डिफरेंस. ये इसमें लाइंस दिख रहा है आपको, इसमें कोई लाइंस ही नहीं दिख रहा है, तो ये डिफरेंस है. ठीक है, फ्रॉम द टॉप यू कैन डेफिनेटली नॉट मेक आउट वेदर इट इज अ प्लाईवुड और अ ब्लॉक बोर्ड, बट फ्रॉम द साइड ओनली यू कैन मेक आउट वेदर इट इज प्लाईवुड और ब्लॉक बोर्ड. ठीक है, नाउ प्लाई और ब्लॉक बोर्ड में क्या डिफरेंस है? Ply we understood that it is arrangement of veneers, alternate arrangement of veneers. ठीक है, that we understood and they compress it and they get this shape and everything, right? Blockboard कैसे बनता है? दिखने में तो एक ही है, right? How, what is the difference? Let's find out. ठीक है? Before that, we'll see what exactly is blockboard. ठीक है? From the name itself, ply, when we studied plywood, so it means each layer is called ply here. ठीक है? That is why it is called plywood. और यहाँ पे block board. So this is a board which is made of blocks. Okay, which is made of blocks. So we'll understand further. Blockboard is made up of softwood strips and veneer. ठीक है? Why? Because the topmost layer is definitely veneer. Finishing देना है ना? The topmost layer is the same layer what is there in the plywood. Same, the thinnest layer what we use for finishing, same इसमें भी use होगा. And the thick layer on both the sides will be used. ठीक है? अंदर क्या है? Main अंदर क्या है? Blockboard is made up of softwood strips and veneers. They are manufactured by placing softwood strips edge to edge and sandwiched between veneers. And then this sandwich is glued together under high pressure. ठीक है? So generally इसके अंदर you will find strips of wood. पूरा strip ऐसे लंबा strips आपको दिखेगा. And on the strip they are putting veneer, compressing it and making it a blockboard. ठीक है? Blockboards are generally used to make wardrobe doors. ठीक है? Generally they are used for doors only. Main इसके लिए भी यूज करते हैं. Doors के लिए, shutters के लिए, doors के लिए ये ज्यादा यूज होता है. Paneling के लिए यूज होता है. Partition walls के लिए यूज होता है. Blockboard is mostly used when there is a lengthy piece of wood which is required, which makes furniture stiffer or prevents it from bending. ठीक है? So like we were discussing, right? Second point जो था plywood का कि वो bend नहीं होता है. And I said that it depends on what the plywood quality and the material, the glue and all those things, right? Other factors is there to decide whether it will bend or not, right? So plywood is again prone to bend. That is why they use, in place of plywood, they will use blockboard which will not bend. Why? Because there are strips of wood, not layers of wood. Strips. मोटे मोटे इतने जो thickness है ना, यही thickness का अंदर strips है. You will see that. Blockboard is mostly used when there is a lengthy piece of wood which is required and which makes the furniture stiffer and prevents it from bending. While using blockboard, always take care that the core of blockboard runs lengthwise to achieve maximum strength. Okay? So this is one criteria. Okay? So I have given a graphical representation of blockboard, how the inside looks like. Okay? The outer skin you can see and inside you can see blocks of wood. इसका भी मैं दिखाता हूँ पूरा खोल के मैन्युफैक्चर कैसे होता है, मैं आपको वीडियो से दिखा दूंगा. ठीक है? राइट साइड में दिस इज हाउ इट लुक्स लाइक, राइट? फ्रॉम द साइड्स यू कैन सी ब्लॉक्स है. अगेन ब्लॉकबोर्ड में भी क्वालिटी है, BWP है, MR है. ठीक है? तो टाइप्स ऑफ ब्लॉकबोर्ड अवेलेबल इन द मार्केट आर BWP ब्लॉकबोर्ड, अगेन बॉइलिंग वाटर प्रूफ है, विच यू कैन यूज इट फॉर योर किचन. ठीक है? This type of blockboard is useful in the area where it is likely exposed to humidity and all. We know where BWP is, where MR is used. I will not talk about that. ठीक है? Properties क्या है? Poor conductor of sound, heat and electricity. Blockboards are stable, light and easy to cut. It has good dimensional stability, so it is highly resistant to warping and cracking. This is the reason why blockboard is used mostly for manufacturing of doors. It is light in weight. Yes, definitely plywood से बहुत light होता है. Due to softwood which extends lifespan of furniture. Compared to other competitive material, lifespan of blockboard is more than plywood. ठीक है? Lifespan इसका plywood से भी ज्यादा होता है. ठीक है? But again इसमें बहुत कुछ लोग गंदा wood यूज कर देते हैं जिसका लाइफ नहीं होता और पूरा उसका वैल्यू भी बिगाड़ देता है. ठीक है? बहुत मैन्युफैक्चरर्स है. लेफ्ट साइड में I have shown you an image how they are manufacturing. See, blocks of wood they are arranging on a table. ठीक है? और नीचे उसको क्लैम्प से टाइट कर देंगे और उसके ऊपर विनियर लगा के कंप्रेस कर देंगे और ब्लॉकबोर्ड बन गया. बहुत सिंपल प्रोसेस है इसका. ठीक है? आई विल शो यू अ वीडियो ऑफ हाउ द ब्लॉकबोर्ड इज मैन्युफैक्चर्ड. यू विल अंडरस्टैंड बेटर. लाइक आई सेड, इट इज मैन्युफैक्चर्ड फॉर डोर्स आल्सो, राइट? सो वी विल सी हाउ इट इज मैन्युफैक्चर्ड. ओके, ऑब्जर्व केयरफुली. See, this is the raw material. This is the machine which converts it into strips of wood. देखिए छोटे छोटे तो इसमें एक फ्रेम रहता है, मोटा फ्रेम रहता है, उसके अंदर दे विल अरेंज स्मॉल दैट फ्रेम फर्स्ट दे आर प्रिपेयरिंग. फ्रेम बन गया. See, first frame, inside that they will arrange. Now they are arranging strips. थोड़ा टाइम कंज्यूमिंग है. Unwanted edges they will cut. कटिंग मशीन मैंने दिखाया था ना वीडियो में, यही है. विनियर दोनों साइड ग्लू होके आएगा. देखो, दिस इज क्लियर. नाउ दे विल पुट इट ऑन दैट. They will put the veneer sheet on this and the final face veneer. इसके लिए एक ही डायरेक्शन काफी है. On that face veneer. This is the next one they are preparing. नीचे का हो गया, अभी ऊपर. So this is a small press. Only 3 ply you can do. That's all. 3 boards only you can make. वहाँ पे 10 हो जाता है, इसमें 3 ही. Now whatever extra is there, they will remove all the edges, unwanted edges. Same process है almost. देखो, side वाला extra काटेंगे. सैंडिंग मशीन दिखा रहा था ना, सैंडिंग. कुछ केमिकल डाल दे उसको वाटरप्रूफ बनाने के लिए. Final surface they will clean it properly. Drum sander. These people are putting laminate also on this. They are putting laminate also. Again they will press it. They are manufacturing door, no? That is why. ये रोटरी मशीन ही इधर है मेरे पास. सेम थिंग. दिस इज हैंड ग्राइंडर और एंगल ग्राइंडर बोलते हैं इसको. हाथ से चलाने वाला मशीन. फाइनल फिनिशिंग स्टिकर ये सब ब्रांड लेबल. देन पैकेजिंग. Ready to sell. That's all. So did you guys understand blockboard?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Perfect. Easy to understand, no? All these things.
Yes.
ठीक है. ठीक है फिर अभी है कुछ और थोड़े मटेरियल्स है, एमडीएफ है, पार्टिकल है, ये वो सब है. तो थोड़ा ज़्यादा टाइम ले लेगा. ठीक है. आज के लिए we will stop here and we'll continue other materials tomorrow. Okay. Any doubts? Anyone is having?
No, sir.
No doubts? Okay, good, good. Anything you want to ask? Okay, no doubts है तो फिर ठीक है. There will be definitely nothing to ask. चलो ठीक है then. We'll meet tomorrow. And yes, please go through these videos. Materials, like I said, like I always say that materials बहुत important है for interior designer. So once if you have seen, it's not enough. Trust me, plywood का जैसे manufacturing process and blockboard का manufacturing process, see it again and again at least 2 to 3 times so that it registers completely. ठीक है. Why I'm stressing on this? Whenever I stress on something that you have to know, make sure that you put little efforts and learn that thing again and again. ठीक है. Why? Because technical knowledge बहुत important है. ठीक है. कल because in sites there are chances that you might face lot of problems because of lack of knowledge, right? Lack of knowledge है तो कारपेंटर आपको इज्जत नहीं देगा. कारपेंटर will not give any respect. He will tell ये कौन सा डिजाइनर है, इसको कुछ नहीं आता है, इसको प्लाईवुड कैसे यूज करते हैं, प्लाईवुड का ग्रेड क्या है या ब्लॉकबोर्ड क्या है, प्लाईवुड क्या है, यही डिफरेंस नहीं पता है तो ये मेरे से क्या कम करवाएगा. So he will not respect you and he will not listen to you also. ठीक है. So that is why all these things you need to know. You have to be one step ahead of your contractors, not one step ahead of your clients, right? Last time I told you, don't be one step ahead of clients, let them go first because design according to them होता है. But carpenter आप 2 या 5 कदम आगे चलो because carpenter will be always into this stuff on cutting plywood and they will know everything technical out of it, right? So in and out of all those materials they will know. So that is why I'm saying कि material का in and out you also have to know so that tomorrow some doubt has come and client is standing in front of everyone. If you're not able to answer the carpenter or clear his doubts, so that time it will not be a good situation for you. That is why. ठीक है. कल आप ये situation में ना हो तो आप 2-3 बार ये videos को देख लेना. And whatever plywood thicknesses, dimensions, standard dimensions, pros, cons, all those things you try to understand. ठीक है. हो सके, like I have samples with me, you also go to any plywood shops or anything, go check, ask what is the price and all those things. This can be your market study. Since I cannot take you because it's not offline, online में you have to do little efforts and go out so that you try to understand the product much better. ठीक है. तो ये थोड़ा स्मॉल एक्सरसाइज था. अब जो पुराना एक्सरसाइज था वो किसने किया है? Some exercise activity was there, no? Did you guys do? Someone had started 2 of them.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So will you guys show me? Not now, probably in the next class.
Okay, next class I will show you.
Okay, good you are doing. ठीक है. So I'm expecting at least 3-4 people show. Okay. So please show it to me in the next class. How much is done? We'll see. At least I'll get to know whether you are understanding or not understanding. ठीक है. Chalo guys. Okay then. Thank you so much. Hope you liked the session today and let's meet again tomorrow, Saturday. और फिर उसके बाद एक दिन ऑफ रहेगा. ठीक है. Chalo then. Good night.
Thank you, sir.
Thank
Good
you,
night.
sir. Good night.
Yeah, good night. Night.
Night, sir.